Now keep that applause with your next comedian, the very funny, the hilarious Chris Allen!
All right, guys. I had to take a little bit of a break from comedy, guys. I got an STI, a sexually transmitted infant. That's what happened. I'm a dad. That happened. And I was surprised as the rest of you because I always considered myself to have a PhD in coitus interruptus, right? In layman's terms, I thought I was really, really good at pulling out, right? You know, and it sucked to be one of my sperm because you got one job in life, right? Find the egg, right? But my sperm would land up on a belly or an ass or most of the time a sock, you know? Never got there until one of these fuckers cracked the code, you know? Now I'm a dad. And it's okay, it's good. It's just, I never really planned on being a dad, you know? And I had all these great excuses over the years as to why I didn't want to have kids. Like, I went with the green excuse for a long time, right? Which is basically, by not having a kid, I'll save enough carbon so that a polar bear and her 2 cubs can live for another season. I was that douchebag for a while. And then I used the financial one, right? Which is, hey, if I want to own property in Vancouver, I do not need another mouth to feed, right? What I need is a rich Chinese uncle, right? That would help a lot, right? But my friends were no good either because the ones that had kids would tell me about these terrible sleepless nights. And I wasn't super freaked out about that because I've done a lot of drugs in my life, you know? I've had a lot of sleepless nights, right? But the difference is when you're up all night because you're high, it's usually because you're having a really great time, right? When you're up all night with a baby, it's kind of like 10 hours in on a pot brownie and you're like, fuck, I just want my brain back, right? But you know, I got into it. I got totally into it. I remember when we went for the ultrasound and we found out we were gonna have a boy. I was super excited because on the ultrasound screen, I could see his little baby junk. And I was like so excited. I was pointing. I was like, oh my God, look at this little package. Right? And my girl didn't miss a beat. She just looked up at me and goes, aw, he takes after his father. Right? It's like, aw, this baby junk did the job. Right? But I try to keep it fun. When he was little, he used to fall asleep in my arms, right? And then I got to transfer him into his crib without waking him up. I would try to imagine that I was Indiana Jones in Raiders, you know, when he's got to take that golden idol without setting off the traps, right? So I'd have my baby and I'd be going slowly and listening to the Indiana theme song in my head, like dun 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 dun, wah wah wah, every fucking time, like poison darts right in the neck, you know. And I'd get frustrated sometimes, and then I'd imagine I was in Temple of Doom, and then I want to reach into his chest and pull out his beating heart and go Kalima, Kalima. Super specific Temple of Doom joke, right, guys? But one thing you realize pretty quickly when you have a kid is that the human baby is the most useless creature on the face of the earth, right? They can't do anything. I mean, deer are born walking. Birds are flying in a couple weeks. My kid was like 3 months old, and he could not figure out that when he saw his own hands in his peripheral vision, they were in any way connected to himself. Right? He would get so scared. He'd be like, ah, what is that? Get it away! Oh, it's gone. It's back again! It's just so smart, that kid. And I sound like a terrible dad, and I promise you guys I'm not. I've done the lion's share of the diapers. I signed up for that, and I was totally fine with that until we started feeding him solid food. And then, like, everything changed. It was like the job that I signed up for, they changed the job description completely, right? Originally, I signed up to do a job that was sort of like, must be willing to work around mild-smelling soups, right? I was good with that, right? The job I'm doing now, guys, is more like, must be willing to clean truck stop bathrooms with a toothbrush. That's my life. But the main thing, guys, that I do worry about, though, is that I'm not going to have any great life skills to give my kid, right? Like, my daddy's an electrician, carpenter, he can fix anything. I'm like, what kind of great life skills do I have, right? I'm pretty good at downloading BitTorrents. Like, I've got that down pat. I used to be able to hook you up with American Netflix. I can't even do that anymore, right? But it's great. You know, guys, that's my time, and thanks for listening to me. even if I don't advance, it doesn't really matter because I've already won tonight. I got out of the house on a Tuesday. That never happens. All right, thanks, guys.
Chris Allen, ladies and gentlemen.